What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the MrMaple Show. We are returning to the original Purple Ghost to give you guys a cultivar breakdown on Acer Palmatum Purple Ghost. This is the very first one. It's planted here at 92. It's been around a minute. Absolutely one of the most influential Japanese maples that's ever existed. The very first one right here. All future grafts of this are clones from this one plant that Talon selected. It's really cool to bring you here to Buckholz Nursery and show you the original Purple Ghost in today's cultivar breakdown.
It's crazy to think that 92 makes this tree behind us, meaning it was planted 34 years ago. We're here in 2026, mid to late April, and things here at the Buckholz farm are looking really choice. We really wanted to cover this Purple Ghost because you can really see how this tree stands out from other red uprights in the trade today. And being able to see the specimen, you can kind of understand how this shape might look in your garden as well. Guys, make sure you subscribe to this, subscribe here on the MrMaple Show and like this YouTube video. And if you know someone else that loves Japanese maples, make sure to share this video with them.
This tree is awesome, guys. Now, some seasons you're gonna get more of a red, some seasons you're gonna get more of a purple. This tree is one of the most talked about plants in horticulture over the last 30 years. I absolutely love the shades you can get on this. It is a reticulated Japanese maple, meaning it has that unique veining throughout every single leaf. You're gonna ask anyway, so I'm standing next to Mikazuki. We have a full cultivar breakdown on that, so check it out. A different shade of reticulation. Purple Ghost, one of the most popular ghosts for good reason. Probably the #1 selling ghost of all time, and one that you guys absolutely love. Now, I think it's one of the more pivotal Japanese maples because this tree came about in America during a time where Japanese maple collecting was just getting started really and kind of getting to the forefront. You know, this is one of the most popular trees because it also rode that wave of new maple collectors, and I think it's one that everybody has to have in their garden.
Yeah, this one was actually one of the very first members of the Ghost series to be found. First Ghost was found as a sport on Benishikatsusawa, and Talon said, hey, I've got First Ghost on Akashikatsusawa. And this one here was planted before then. He looked at it and said, this is reticulated as well. I'll make it Purple Ghost. Later, they were doing an article on all of the ghosts that Talon Buckholz has introduced, and they termed them the Ghost series. And it made it this unique grouping of Japanese maples, which made collectors start to think about, hey, I need to start collecting this grouping of the Ghost series, and really encouraged Japanese maple collecting all around the globe. This reticulated style of variegation, where you see the veins of the leaf are prominent, and on Purple Ghost they can be a deep purple. And then you see the rest of the leaf being either fuchsia, lavender, or a bright red. And we have a more brighter picked up purple red right now, which is fantastic. That's really what gives this name, that reticulated style of variegation, and is now, since, because the Ghost series has become so popular, known as a ghost-like variegation.
This one's fun, guys. I absolutely love it. Typically around a foot of growth a year is pretty common on this. So, you know, it's not uncommon in 10 years for a Purple Ghost to be right around 8 to 10 foot. That's pretty typical for the size range. Now, these are grafted Japanese maples. You can go look at our whole grafted playlist to explain grafting. But if you're new to Japanese maples, that's how you get new cultivars. This one is amazing, and it's one of those easy to grow plants. Typically early morning sun, late day shade is ideal on this. You know, as it gets to be a specimen like this, a lot of them are going to be handling a little bit more sun, and they kind of build in sun tolerance as they age. You certainly start to shade out some of that other growth. I find the optimal setting for this one when it's young is early morning sun, late day shade. I need an entire ghost garden. I always talk about this, but I want an entire ghost garden where you can have the enchanted garden and put all the different ghost series in it. Absolutely love it. This one of the best specimens ever because it's the original. It's the best specimen. It's the oldest Purple Ghost to date. All Purple Ghosts are clones from this one. And I think it's just one of those trees that has a special place in Japanese maple history.
You talked about its growth rate and size, but look at its shape. It's not as purely upright as Amber Ghost, and it's not as low and spreading as First Ghost. It actually has a little bit of both qualities. So it's got a good, strong, upright habit, but it has a little bit of an open structure that spreads out as it gets bigger. This gives a really unique, enchanting kind of shape to it, especially when this tree goes to bright fuchsia reds in the fall. I was walking through the garden one time here with Talon Buckholz, who found this selection in the fall before we were even thinking about buying Buckholz Nursery, and I had to get a selfie here because it was just rocking it out, and I was here with the man, the myth, the legend, Talon Buckholz himself. So cool to be on these grounds here at Buckholz Nursery. There's a lot of maple history here. The grounds here from Buckholz Nursery was sold to him by the Vertrees family, who wrote the book on Japanese maples. So, I mean, there's just a lot of history here, including this very first original Purple Ghost.
All right, y'all, let's get an up-close look at the reticulation on Purple Ghost. I absolutely love it. You know, getting up close, you can see this one's even more purplish in the color. Now, the reticulation we're talking about is that veining throughout every single leaf. I absolutely love the color on this one. Now, my favorite Ghost series by far is Amber Ghost. Purple Ghost tends to be Tim's favorite. You know, this is probably my second favorite of the whole series. I do love Purple Ghost. It's an amazing plant, really easy to grow, and one of the more important Japanese maples, I think.
Yeah, I think that Purple Ghost is really beautiful, and it changes each and every year. We talked about how it could be lavender, it could be fuchsia. It can really change through each and every season. The worst it can be is a brighter, more picked up red than any of the blood goods or fire glows. And it will stand out and give you that red contrast out there in the landscape, which will contrast with your greens and all of your other colors out there. You put a yellow weeper down below it, like a Golden Falls, or plant a summer gold nearby as an upright yellow. It's gonna pop and be one of those trees that everyone's talking about. I know when we would do our garden shows, we always talked about trees that had these crazy colors like Purple Ghost, and we'd merchandise them by putting yellows next to them, because people will be walked up and see that contrast and be so attracted to the tree. Think about doing that in your own garden as well, because when you do that, you had that extra contrast out there. It really allows each tree to showcase themselves individually.
Now, for going for a yellow, you know, something like Summer Gold, Tim pairs that with a lot of stuff. Summer Gold always looks good with this. And Irene's, the sport off Summer Gold, another cool yellow. You know, I like to think about some of the new Ghosts. Obviously, the Ghost series works great with Purple Ghost. There's an entire Ghost series. They all contrast each other well. One that's a newer selection that I like to put with this is Blonde Beauty. Blonde Beauty is a reticulated new Ghost, and you get incredible colors. So you can get that purple and gold. Really cool offset there for the different colors. Kind of gives you that royal setting, right? You get the purple and gold going on. I think that's one of the best blendings you can do next to the original Purple Ghost.
So the thing that makes Purple Ghost so just, you know, mesmerizing is these veins in the leaf. And the more you look at it, the more veins you see. You see a really strong veins down the center, but all the veins of the leaf are that deep purple with shades of green in there, which are really interesting. And then you get that purple color throughout the leaf that gives you the contrast between that and the reticulation. And that is what makes this tree so appealing.
Yeah, I love it. It's easy to grow. It's fun. All the colors in the world. You can actually see here today, too, the real colors of the tree, because, you know, we're contrasting with this tree. You can see us here today, and there's not been any filters applied to this. You can see that great color, very unique tree, and one of the more popular maples you can put in your landscape.
Now, this strong reticulation makes this a tree that you want to plant somewhere close to a walkway, a pathway you're going to be going through, because the nuances of that strong veining is so awesome just to look at each and every day.
Yeah, guys, let us know in the comment section below if this is your favorite of the Ghost series. You know, it's a lot of people's favorite one. I absolutely love this one. Great colors to it, easy to grow. And that overall structure and size of a beautiful specimen like this certainly shows you what it can do at its full splendor. I mean, this is the oldest one in existence here today on the channel. If that ain't worth the subscribe, I don't know what is.
Worldwide, this is by far the most popular Ghost. In Europe, in Japan, people know Purple Ghost because it is so beautiful and so amazing. And I think that's one of the things where if you don't have a Purple Ghost in your garden, you need to get one. And remember, that is a graft that happened down the road from this tree right here. So, you know, down the lineage of this original Purple Ghost that's planted in the garden, this is where your Purple Ghost started. That's a pretty cool thing.
All right, guys, make sure to subscribe here on the MrMaple Show. I have a full playlist of Japanese maple cultivars. We do it for conifers, we do it for ginkgos, we do it for a lot of stuff, but you can go watch hundreds of videos on Japanese maples cultivars specifically. It's the greatest book ever made on Japanese maples in real time, in real color. You can see them non-filtered out, what they look like, showing you the maturest trees we can get on camera so you can kind of have a great idea what these will do in your landscape and giving you all the behind-the-scene details about each one of them. I absolutely love Purple Ghost. Make sure to go check out that full playlist, though, and check out our other cultivars we've talked about on Japanese maples.
Y'all, we try to do our best to make Purple Ghost always available on MrMaple.com. I doubt we're sold out. You can likely go shop and get one today, but if we are, you can click to be notified when it becomes available again. This is one of our most popular trees we do, and I know it's a tree you're gonna love. So make sure you shop with us on Mr. Maple.
Take care.
God bless.
Have yourself a great day.